tell the difference between my waking life and dreams. It must be very difficult. The voices in your head. There's chaos in you. Embrace it.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another live stream. This is everything DC, Marvel, and more. We have a bunch of new news this week, and I just want to give all you guys a heads up that this live stream may be a little bit longer because we have not 5, not 6, not 7, not even 8, not even 9, but 10 topic points today. A bunch of news got released. I'm super excited because there's just so much stuff happening, and I'm like super excited inside. But so yeah, I'm super excited. This is everything DC, Marvel, and more. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'm your EDM host, Luke, and let's not go over the February. Well, actually, let's go over the February schedule. Let's go over the EDM February 2022 schedule. That is the March schedule. Let's go over the February schedule. So today is the 20th, February the 20th, which we're going to be having our extra long news broadcast live stream today. Then next Saturday, we're going to be having our open chat live stream where I will have nothing planned. You guys can ask me to do whatever you do wish. Then on next Sunday, we have our final news broadcast for the day. Or for the month. But yesterday, I had a little bit of a secret that maybe, just maybe, on today's live stream, I'll release the March schedule early. And well, let me know in the chat. Do you guys want me to show you the March schedule for this live stream? Let me know. Whatever you do think. I'm waiting for the chat. Let's see. Okay. I'm just getting a couple more things set up. Also, make sure everybody to look at in the description. I have every single article / sources used for the live stream in order of the way I use them. So I want to say thank you to all the sources that I did list below in the live stream. Sure, let's see the March schedule. Okay, here is the March 2022 EDM schedule. Boop. March 2022 in 3, 2, 1. There we have it. So, actually, there's a little bit of an error to this. I apologize for the inconvenience. We do have a little bit of a issue that I just found out. So I am going to fix that very quick right now. So when I'm fixing this, I want you guys, let me know who here, what are you guys more excited for? Are you guys excited for the Moon Knight television series that's coming out with Marvel? Or are you more excited for the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Let me know what you guys are more excited for. I would love to hear what you guys are excited for. So let me know in the comments, what are you more excited for? The television Moon Knight series or Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Okay. So we do have a chat coming in. Doctor Strange. Yeah, if I had to say, I think Doctor Strange is definitely, I feel like, more, because it is a movie and it's going to be one of the big movies that, Marvel is coming out with, which I'm excited for. So I would agree. Now, when I'm trying to get this all figured out, I am actually having a brand new headphones, which has a microphone built in, noise cancellation, and is Bluetooth. So if you guys don't know, I usually actually walk around. I usually actually walk around when I'm doing my live stream, but I can't walk as far because I need to have this plugged in. So it is nicer when I have Bluetooth, so I can really walk around. This is a little bit strange. My monitor is working, but my mouse... Okay. That is weird. Huh. How should I do this? This isn't good. Let me... there we go. It was just a weird little fix I had to do. That was very strange. Okay, so... But yeah, with the Bluetooth headphones, I can actually walk around fully, which is super exciting. I'm excited for that. But now, without further ado, let's please have the 2022 March EDM schedule. Here we go. So let's start going by day. So on March 5th, Saturday, March 5th, I'm going to be doing a video game, and I'm going to be going over a Star Wars Roblox video game that we went over last video game live stream, where I had my VR set up, but instead this time I'm going to be just playing that game the whole entire time, and that is it. Then Sunday the 6th is a regular news broadcast live stream. Then the following Saturday is a Rise and Fall series, which is not for the Arrowverse. This is the second episode in the Rise and Fall series. Last episode I did the Arrowverse. This episode I am doing DC. So DC other than the Arrowverse. So just like DCEU, DC, so like the television series, so like other just like HBO Max series, instead of Arrowverse series, but it will not be movies. And then next Rise and Fall will be movies. So I'm just kind of first doing DC, and then doing DC Arrowverse, then DC HBO Max, and then DC movies. And then I'll go into Marvel movies, and then I'll go into Marvel television series, then I'll go to Star Wars movies, then I'll go to Star Wars television series, just so that I get to go through like all the different universes, which I'm super excited for. Then the next day, Sunday, March 13th, is going to be a news broadcast live stream. Then the following Saturday the 19th will be a counterpart live stream, where I'm going to keep that a little bit of a secret, and I'm not going to be telling you guys what that is yet. And then the next day after that is Sunday, March 20th, which is a news broadcast live stream. Then here's where it might get a little bit confusing. So on the 26th, 27th, and 28th of March, I am actually not going to be in town, and which means I'm not going to be able to do a live stream. And obviously, the 26th and the 27th is days I usually do live streams. So instead, I'm going to be doing my news broadcast which would be the Sunday the 27th live stream, which would have been that. And then also my open chat live stream, which would have been the following day, which would have been Saturday the 26th. And I'm basically combining those two live streams to be on Friday. So it will be probably maybe a little bit of a longer live stream, and that will all be on the 25th. And so, and I'm assuming most of you guys who are watching may have your spring break during that time. And even if you do not have spring break during that time, the 25th, it will be later in the night, probably at maybe 7 o'clock or 6:30 EST my time. But it will not be for where most of you guys are in work or in school. So, and plus it is a Friday, so the next day would be the weekend. And again, most of you probably do have spring break that day. So that is the 2022 March EDM schedule. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the schedule. I know that 25th may be a little bit confusing, so let me know if there is any questions. But if we do not have any questions, then let's get into the news today. So I do want to try to set this up in a way where I'm actually super excited because this is going to be brand new and I really want to kind of see how this works. So here we have our very first topic point for today, 1 out of 10. We have San Diego Comic-Con 2022 confirms dates for return. Now, when we are having that on, I am going to be trying to do this and hope that it does work. That is what I wanted. Okay. Let's go here. Ooh, that's okay. What about here? We'll go here. I like that a little bit better. So, topic point number 1, San Diego Comic-Con 2022 confirms dates for return in person. So as you can see right now, this might be a little bit different. So you can see on the live stream right now that I have, it looks a little bit different. So first things first, my screen that I'm using does have one, a purple background because my channel does have the purple theme, and 2, the articles are more in a box than just like a paper, which I think looks a little bit nicer. And then the second thing is that my face cam is actually on the bottom of this, screen, and you may be wondering, well, what is that over there? So that is no other than my actual live subscriber count. So that is my live subscriber count. So when someone subscribes, that will go up live in real time to 8, and I'm planning on having this in every single live stream. This is a YouTube live subscriber count powered by socialblade.com. You guys can see that there. So if someone does subscribe, that will go up to 8 in real time, which is super exciting, and I'm super excited for just to see that happen. And so that will always be here. And I definitely like this purple background because this is what it looks like with no background. With no background, it looks kind of weird. So definitely with the purple background, it does look a little bit better. And we could either have this background or we could have this background. So, maybe midstream, we will change it up a little bit, but let's keep it this background just for right now. So, let's get into the news for today. So again, topic point number 1, San Diego Comic-Con 2022 confirms dates for return. It's been over 2 full years. Let me come here, actually. This might be a little bit easier for me to read. Okay, this should be perfect. Here we go. Yes, this is perfect. Okay. So it has been 2 full years since fans last gathered at the San Diego Convention Center for the biggest comic convention in the land. While there's a compacted version of the San Diego Comic-Con happening this weekend, that is right, this weekend, the con won't return until its proper size until 2022. Thankfully for those fans anxious to get started with planning, organizers behind Comic-Con International announced the 2022 San Diego Comic-Con dates Tuesday night. Comic-Con International will host WonderCon and the Annuum from April 1st through April 3rd next year. So April 1st through April 3rd is actually, I am on spring break during that time. So I am planning on live streaming every single day, April 1st through 3rd, going over news during the WonderCon, which is super exciting. And it will probably be at around 7 o'clock. So for people who aren't on spring break, you are still able to watch the live stream. Then come summer, the organizers will host San Diego Comic-Con from July 21st through July 24th, which again, I think most people are on spring break. So I will also be live every single day, July 21st, the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th to go over the San Diego Comic-Con news for that day. This year's version of the convention is being described as a intimate affair taking place from this Friday, November 26th through November 28th. Though officials haven't confirmed that the convention will be back at full capacity next year, they've suggested they anticipate being able to host a full convention, while we have been able to pivot from a in-person gatherings to limited online events. The loss of revenue has had a acute impact on the organization, as it has the many small businesses. Okay, I think we found our Google Translate word of the day. But before we do continue, I do just want to let everyone know that this news did come out November 24th, 2021. So when they always say next year, don't think it means 2023. They mean 2022. It's just I'm a little bit late to the news, and I thought, hey, why not go over it today because it is coming up soon. So just know that when it says next year, it does mean this year. It was just that this article was posted last year. So let's find the Google Translate word of the day. Our subscriber count has not gone up yet, but that's okay. I just think it's just so cool having that there. Can I move that over there? Okay. Oh, that's cool. So I can move it like that. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. That's sick. Can I do it like... Oh, I can move it like this. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I can do it then. There, though. Okay. So, let's see what this word is. So, maybe you guys can hear it. Maybe you can't. Necessitating. So the Google... well, it's not fun unless you guys can't hear it. So, let me come here. Let me come here. Let me come here. Okay, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Necessitating.
Necessitating. That is the word for today. Now, let me come here. And let's go here, and let's go there, and let's go here, and let's go there. Perfect. And there's a subscriber count. Let me move that up there. Perfect. So, necessitating. Where was I? Has many small businesses necessitating reduced work schedules and reduction in pay for employees, among other issues. Comic-Con spokesperson David Glancer sent a release distributed by the outfit earlier this year. Hopefully this event will shore up our financial reserves and mark a slow return to the larger in-person gatherings in 2022. While comics and pop culture had gone much of 2020 and 2021 without attending conventions, they've slowly started to return in the past couple of months, in addition to smaller events held on a regional basis. Other organizers like Los Angeles Comic-Con and Repop's family events say Emerald City Comic-Con and C2E2 has been available to plan sizable events for the masses to partake in. Los Angeles is the only place where I'm looking at the chat. Okay. It's the only place where this kind of unique experience and pop culture are all essential contributors to that. LA Comic-Con organizer Chris DeMulin previously said in a statement, he added, "Nowhere else has this wealth of creative talent all in the one place. We believe that it is past time for the concept of Comic-Con to expand and fully integrate gaming and anime together in the same event." Our new partnership with PCB allows us to bring in more gaming and anime talent and unique programming as gaming and anime are fully the Attican. I know I'm saying that wrong. Only one Google Trades of the day though, so sadly I cannot do that word. Spaces in today's increasingly digital on-demand global entertainment culture. And this is from the official, that's so funny. I said this is from the official, but then it says this is from the San Diego Comic-Con unofficial blog. So sorry about that. This is the unofficial blog. We've all known this for months, but CCI posted the dates and they've quietly removed them from their website. But it's official again. Next year's San Diego Comic-Con and WinterCon 2022 dates. Let's have this, and let me do this. So here is the announcement, how they announced it, and when this is, because if you guys do not know, on Restream, it takes a little bit to process videos when I try to put overlays on, so I will answer a question. So we do have a question coming in, and the question is, EDM, would you ever want to go to Comic-Con? Yeah, I think there's just a bunch of stuff going, like, about Comic-Con, and then also a lot of other stuff. I mean, there's Marvel, there's Star Wars, there's DC. It's probably one of, like, the best, personally in my opinion, one of the best places to go if you want to go to a comic convention, just because it does have news for everything. Like, if you go to a DC convention, you'll only see DC. If you go to Marvel, you only see Marvel. Comic-Con, you see DC, Marvel, Star Wars, gaming, you see everything, which I really like because that's kind of like what my channel is. So I think it would be definitely fun to go. And, even if I did go, then I could maybe even do some live streaming. I could bring my computer and do some live streaming from my actual official, from at Comic-Con, and I can even do some, I can really talk about the news that came out. So that'd be definitely fun. I would think that would be fun. So let's go on to our very next topic point. But before we do that, we do have this announcement. So this was the announcement that they did post. They said, join us again next year. San Diego Comic-Con International, July 21st to the 24th, 2022, in the San Diego Convention Center. Then the WonderCon, Comic-Con International presents WonderCon, Anaheim, April 1st through the 3rd, which is in about a month from now, 2022, is in the Anaheim Convention Center. And so again, I'll be going over all of these announcements from WonderCon each day. Every single day, I'll be live the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Then same through the San Diego Comic-Con, I'll be live the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th to go over all of that. And so let's go over now our next bit of news. But before we do that, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I'm not sure if I have already said this, but if you are enjoying the video, be sure to do it just so you'll always be notified whenever I have a live stream. Also, make sure to set reminders on live stream so you'll be notified 30 minutes before, so you'll get ready and you'll know when the live stream is happening. So now let's go to our second topic point for today. So our second topic point for today is no other than the Arrowverse shows possibly moving to HBO Max, addressed by executive producer. Now, let's go over this news for today. This has to go here. Gotta do one more. Perfect. Okay. So, HBO Max's programming chief addresses the possibilities of the CW's Arrowverse shows potentially moving to the HBO-owned streaming service. HBO Max executive has addressed what the chances are for the CW's for the CW's Arrowverse shows to move to the HBO-owned streaming service in the future. The CW kicked off the 2022 with some big news as Paramount, formerly known as Viacom CBS, and Warner Media announced they were officially looking at selling the network. Having existed since 2006 after the WB and UPN merged into one, the CW has reportedly never been profitable, which, with its revenue coming mainly from streaming and international business, the initial report revealed that Nexstar was, as of January 2022, the top potential buyer. It was yet to be clarified whether the two companies are selling the CW completely or retaining a minority stake. All this uncertainty has caused a number of renewal delays for some of the network shows. As several dramas are waiting to find out their fate, Legends of Tomorrow Season 7 and Batwoman Season 3, which both have only 2 episodes left in their run, have yet to learn if they're coming back in the fall. So this is actually a really good thing to bring up. A lot of you guys might be wondering, why has none Arrowverse and even CW shows in general, none of them has had their announcements yet? Like, what is happening? Why isn't there not been any announcements? And that is because the CW really doesn't know what's happening with its selling, because they don't want to renew Legends for season 8 but then have a different company buy Legends and they say no, Legends isn't happening. So let's say this. Let me explain this better. Let's say the CW renews Legends for a season 8, but then HBO Max buys the Arrowverse shows, and then HBO Max says, no, we don't want Legends to have a season 8. We have already too many shows. Then that would be bad because the Arrowverse or the CW already announced it was renewed. So then they'll be like, okay, is it renewed or is it not? And then they'll be fighting over, okay, well, what's happening? So I think that's why they're waiting. And it's definitely, like, usually we know if a CW show is going to be renewed once it hits its mid-episode mark, not mid-season. Because if usually, or what used to happen was Arrowverse shows has about maybe 22 episodes. Now that's turning into like 18 or 19. Well, the majority of shows this year actually have 13 episodes. Stargirl, Legends, Batwoman, Superman, Lois, and Naomi are all expected to have, and well, definitely Legends and Batwoman have 13 episodes. The only Arrowverse show that's premiering this year that doesn't have 13 episodes is The Flash, and The Flash has 18 episodes. So it's not always mid-season, like, okay, episode 8 or episode 9. It's actually cut the episodes in half. So half of 13 is like 7. So in that case, at around episode 7, they would be, announcing if it's, renewed or not. And now they're episode 11 and they only have 13 episodes that has been announced yet. So usually, like, if most of the time, Flash, Batwoman, all these shows have 22 episodes, and 22 divided by 2 is 11. So usually by episode 11, if the show has 18 episodes that season, usually by episode 11, they do somewhat, renew the show. That's what seems to be the case. But again, it could be episode, 8 or whatever it may be. But it usually does renew the show, which is, kind of concerning that they have not renewed the shows yet. Even though The Flash hasn't been renewed yet, Grant Gustin is reportedly finalizing a deal to return for season 9. Nancy Drew's season 3 aired its finale on January 28th, and the showrunners are now waiting to hear if season 4 is getting a green light. With the potential sale delaying the renewal process, it remains to be seen that what will happen with the CW shows, especially the Arrowverse franchise, which has largely proven the network's bread and butter. However, depending on the result from the potential sales, it's possible that the Arrowverse dramas could head to HBO Max. In a new THR interview with HBO Max's executive Casey Blows, the programming chief briefly spoke about working with DC TV producer Greg Berlanti on the streaming service. At one point, Bloys has asked if there was any chance that the ongoing Arrowverse shows could move to HBO Max depending on what happens with the CW sale. While Blows isn't directly involved with those negotiations, the HBO Max chief content officer did stress that the success of those shows on the streaming service sharing the following. We'll see what happens. I don't know in what sale that they're looking to do or not to do, but those shows do really well when they come to HBO Max's in a window deal. They're really well done and valuable shows to us. I'm not involved in the next star or the CW negotiations or anything like that. So I don't really know but generally speaking, the shows that Greg does for the CW are very valuable and perform well on the HBO Max. Currently, HBO Max already has streaming rights. That's right, already has streaming rights to Superman Lois, Batwoman, and Stargirl. Meanwhile, Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and Black Lightning are still licensed to stream on Netflix after new seasons of the ongoing shows completes airing on the CW. So basically, to explain this more in depth, Superman, Lois, Batwoman, and Stargirl are not on Netflix. The only place you can watch Superman, Lois, Batwoman, Stargirl other than the CW app is HBO Max. Now, Flash, Supergirl, Legends, and Black Lightning are on Netflix, and you cannot watch them on HBO Max. And what they're trying to do is move Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends, and Black Lightning off of Netflix and just have them on HBO Max, so all the shows are on HBO Max. This is what that's from my understanding. However, this deal is most likely coming close to expiring. Meanwhile, the Warner Brothers TV could have the option to move past these over to HBO Max down the line, while HBO Max already has a lineup of DC TV properties. I mean, the entire Arrowverse would help expand their library. Should the CW sale cause Warner Brothers to move the shows over to HBO Max, there are a lot of advantages that come with that. For starters, it could see a significant budget increasing for future seasons. Secondly, as HBO Max is becoming available across the world, it would give Warner Media a new platform through which to release its content, similar to Peacemaker. Ties in Doom Patrol, it'll be interesting to see what the Arrowverse will look like as it searches for a new home. And HBO Max is looking like a great fit. And that is the news we have for the Arrowverse potentially moving for sale news. And now let's go over our third topic point of today. Let's have no other than our third topic point, which is, sorry, I just had to take a drink of water. When you talk a lot, see, I never realized this. Before I became a live streamer, I never knew how much live streamers really talk. Because, like, when you don't have a co-host, and you don't have like you're the only one talking, then it's like you get like your throat gets very dry, so you just have to make sure you stay hydrated. Let me do this. Okay. So now for our next topic point number 3. Jensen Ackles, who was in Supernatural, is producing a mystery DC project which involves the Arrowverse boss Greg Berlanti. Okay. So, Supernatural's Jensen Ackles is in a upcoming DC project which remains secret, but it's now known that Arrowverse boss Greg Berlanti is involved too. Jensen Ackles of Supernatural is working on a mystery project based on DC Comics, and although he won't yet disclose any details, it has now been revealed that the Arrowverse executive producer Greg Berlanti is involved too. It's scheduled for the 2022 SKSW convention in Austin. TX's Ackles is a great guest, providing a description of his career, which includes the line, Jensen is always developing an untitled DC project, or is also developing an untitled DC project with Greg Berlanti. Previously, Ackles had mentioned that the project during a podcast interview, saying, there is a DC property that I'm currently developing right now with Warner Brothers and some other good partners. However, he didn't give any names and committed to keeping silent because you don't want to jinx it. At the Warner Brothers, Berlanti is well known as a producer behind the enormously successful Arrowverse, consisting of interconnected shows based on DC characters like The Flash and Supergirl. However, Berlanti has also lent his talents to the DC productions outside of the Arrowverse, so his involvement in Ackles' mystery projects doesn't necessarily mean that Ackles will be appearing in that TV universe. In fact, Berlanti currently holds a record for having the highest number of television programs currently airing, having worked on 15 shows for the 2019 to 2020 television series. Ackles played Dean Winchester, one of the two leads at the Warner Brothers / the CW's, kept his acting career going strong. He'll be playing the character of the Soldier Boy in the coming third season of The Boys. Supernatural character Eric Kripke's live-action adaptation on Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson violently don't know how to say that word, superhero comic, which is slated to premiere on Prime Video this year on Friday, June 3rd. Ackles is also co-developing a Supernatural spin-off / prequel series titled The Winchesters, which will narrate the show in character as Dean. The mystery project with Berlanti won't be Ackles' first blush with the DC. The actor once starred on The Smallville opposite Rosenbaum, playing the character of Jason Teggy in the Superman prequel series, 4th season, from 2004 to 2005. Ackles also voiced Batman himself for a 2-part film series, Batman One Halloween, both in and out of the Arrowverse. There are a wealth of DC characters that Ackles might portray. The fans of both his and Berlanti will surely be excited to find out more about the collaboration. So, does this mean a brand new Arrowverse show? Oh my gosh, I just realized something. I'm very sorry. See, you guys have to remind me about this stuff. I didn't even put it on the screen. I forgot because I have there's brand new feature, which is the presentation mode. And when I move it on my end, it doesn't move on the live stream. So I totally forgot that it wasn't even on. So, well, now you guys know that it is there, and I wasn't just reading from my head. I was reading from an article. So So let me know what you guys think this will have in store. And I don't like that. I was like, should I put chat overlay on? But it just seems a little bit strange. So, no voice style. Okay. To be excited. Okay, so finish the article. So now we have no other than talking point number 4. Okay, so talking point number 4. Topic point number 4. DC reveals. So DC reveals first look at Stargirl and Legends of Tomorrow Earth Prime comics. Okay. As the CW crops of DC Comics television shows have continued to grow and evolve, a roster of live-action characters, both comic accurate and original, have become beloved by audiences. The upcoming Earth Prime comic series is aiming to play into that in a fun way, with an ology that will tell stories surrounding each of the network's currently airing DC TV shows. Before all coming together in a crossover, it was previously confirmed that the series would open with installments around Batwoman, Superman, and Lois. And now we have our first look at the next issues. AIPT recently debuted the first look at the Legends Tomorrow and Stargirl issues of Earth Prime, which are planned to be released in May of this year. Perhaps most notably, the Legends issue return will feature a return of the quote-unquote retired characters from the series, with the cover hinting at Hawkman, Hawkgirl, Heatwave, and the Atom, and Captain Cold, and even former Firestorm Jackson operating as the anti-hero. So we have, looks like, a lot of returning characters since season 1 of those of Legends. Before we do continue, we do have a question, is how can we get a hold of these comics? So from my understanding, you just have to go. They should be at your regular town store. Like, they should just be at your regular town comic book store. And I am not sure if they're going to be on the DC streaming service. So if you do not know, there is an official DC streaming service you can get on TV. And it first was home of a lot of DC television series, but they changed it to just be comic books. And there's no television series. It's just online comic books that you can read. So I'm assuming you can get these comic books, these Arrowverse comic books, on the television series. But if you're not able to, they should be at your local comic book store. So let's go to our next slideshow, which is the description for the Legends of Tomorrow number 3. Hold on to your Bebos, everyone. Ray Palmer assembles the retired Legends for one last go-around after he learns Mick Rory's children have been kidnapped by a group of mysterious assassins. But in this universe spanning mission really what it seems? Earth Prime, Legends of Tomorrow, number 3, written by Lauren Fields and Daniel Park, art by Pell Pilter and Andrew Hensley, cover by Kim Giacchito, photo variant cover. It will be $6, and it'll have 48 pages, and it will be coming on sale to the public on May 3rd, 2022 of this year. And there is the cover for the comic book for the Legends. So as you can see here, it looks like we do have a Captain Cold. Looks like in the front we have Captain Cold and Atom, and then also Heatwave. Then we also have in the left, we have looks like Gary, an alien form. And then in the back, looks like we have Hawkman and Hawkgirl. And just a quick reminder, these are all canon. All these comic books, whatever happens in the comic book, is canon into the actual show. So for example, let's say in the comic book, Heatwave, loses his coat that he wears. Then in the actual show, if he ever comes back, he will actually not have his coat. So that's what it means to be canon. Whatever happens does happen. So like, let's say for example, Hawkman dies or something. Then in the show, Hawkman will never show up again unless they go back in time, because he would, everything is canon, which is exciting too, which means even if you're not that much of a reader and you don't like comic books, but you do really like the show, I do recommend reading this because again, everything is canon. Can you read a digital version on the air? I'm pretty sure you can on the DC Universe streaming service that you can get on your TV. Maybe. I'm pretty sure. You should be able to. But they have not announced if that is for sure or not. So I cannot answer that question, sadly, as of right now. But now let's go over the next bit of news for the Stargirl comic. Oh, I didn't know it would do that. Okay. So the Dugan Whitmore family vacation is in full swing. But something sinister lurks in the woods. Stalking Pat Dugan, can Stargirl and Strife face down the threat from Pat's past and preserve their summer trip, or will it come to a tragic end? Earth Prime Stargirl number 4, written by James Robinson and Paula Sevenbergen, art by Jerry Ordway, cover by Kim Keto. It will be, again, $6, 48 pages, and it will be on sale May 17th of this year. Now, the Earth Prime comic will be the noteworthy for a number of reasons, including featuring the first costume comic appearance of Batwoman's current protagonist, Ryan Wilder, Javicia Leslie. How epic is it about that to be that our Batwoman, her first comic book appearance is about to happen? Lacey told comicbook.com in an exclusive interview earlier this year. Ryan has appeared in the comic books, but not as Batwoman, and I'm really, really excited to see our Black Batwoman in the comic books for the first time. And there is the cover for the Stargirl series for the comic book. And then finally, you have both of them together. You have both Stargirl and the Legends comic book series together. So as a quick reminder, in issue number 1, you will be able to see a Batwoman. In issue number 2 will be Superman Lois. Issue number 3 will be Legends. Issue number 4 will be Stargirl. Issue number 5 will be The Flash. And finally, issue number 6 will be a crossover that is again canon with all of these comic book issues, aka all of these characters that are actually in the Arrowverse TV shows, which is super exciting. And now our next bit of news for today, we do have topic point number 5. So topic point number 5. Melissa Benoist in talks to star in Girls on the Bus HBO Max series from Berlanti Productions. And that's right, if you're not sure who Melissa Benoist is, that is indeed Stargirl, or not Stargirl, sorry. That is indeed Supergirl, so it looks like she is going to be in this upcoming series. So, coming out from 6 seasons as the lead of Supergirl, Melissa Benoist is planning to reunite with Berlanti Productions on another series. Benoist is in negotiations to headline The Girls on the Bus, which just received a straight-to-series order at the HBO Max. I have learned Benoist also is expected to serve as a producer on the drama series, an adaptation of Amy bestselling book of Chasing Hillary from Julia Chozik, Berlanti Productions, and Warner Brothers TV reps for HBO Max and Warner Brothers TV. Comment. Talks with Benoist for Girls on the Bus and have been going on a parallel track with negotiations for the project's move from the CW, where I've been in development with this season to HBO Max with a series order. I hear Supergirl co-creator/executive producer Greg Berlanti and his team has reached out to Benoist. Max is not where was I? I did not see. These headphones, I do not like them. They're like hitting. Okay, wait 1 second. Give me like 2 seconds. Okay, these headphones, they like hurt my head so much. Okay, I should be good now. I hear Supergirl co-creator/executive producer Greg Berlanti and his team had reached out to Benoist, and her interest helped boost projects prospects. Through the series ordered by HBO Max is not cast contingent, written by Pleck and Cosmic. The Girls on the Bus, which the Buzz chapter in her book Chasing Hillary 10 Years, 2 presidential campaigns, and what intact glass ceiling. The character-driven comedic drama series revolves around 4 female journalists, one of them being played by Benoist, which is kind of funny because Melissa Benoist just loves playing people who are journalists because she played Kara, who was a journalist for 6 seasons and now is playing another journalist in the Girls on the Bus series, who follow every move of a parade of flawed presidential candidates while finding friendship, love, and along the way. Pleck executive produces via her My So-Called Company, along with Kozik, Berlanti, Shira Schechter, and Dave Madden for Berlanti Productions. Warner Brothers TV, where Berlanti and Benoist are under overall deals, is the studio. The project, which first came together and sold to Netflix in 2019, stems from Pleck's overall deal with Warner Brothers TV. She has since moved to Universal Television following her breakout role on Fox's Glee. Benoist has taped as the lead of the CW Supergirl, which recently wrapped its 6-season run. She appeared across the CW's Airverse in her role as Kara Danvers / Supergirl. Benoist is repped by UTA, Anonymous Content, and Frank for Kernet, Clean, Kellen, and Cells. And that is so far what we have for our news topic point number 5, which was Melissa Benoist starring on Girls on the Bus, which is an HBO Max series. So now on to topic point number 6. So topic point number 6. Netflix's Marvel TV series aren't coming to Disney Plus for now. So let's go and okay, so let's see. Still, you might want to rewatch them before the end of the month. Otherwise, you might be waiting for quite a while. This saga of Netflix's disappearing Marvel TV series continues. Although the latest development is more about what's not happening, the show was relocated to Marvel's entertainment hub at Disney Plus. A list of the content coming to the streaming service in March has been revealed, and it does not include any mentions of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher, or The Defenders. It's a bummer, but it's not too surprising given that there's never been any concrete information that the 5 shows will be coming to Disney Plus or the other Disney-owned streaming service Hulu next month, or in fact any month, although it seems very likely that the Netflix shows will end up on one or the other eventually. Disney Plus not only holds all of the Marvel movies, including those out of Marvel Cinematic Universe, community like the Fox's X-Men films, and the Fantastic Four. See, I don't know why it has all the. I mean, I understand because it's like four, and it's like the Fantastic Four, but based on how fast my mind processes things, I'm surprised I even knew that that's what they meant by Fantastic Four. Although, along with the most Marvel animated series ever produced, thanks to Charlie Cox's appearance as Matt Murdock in Spider-Man: No Way Home, the Netflix series are in a murky continuity limbo with the MCU, which makes them significantly more important to the viewers than directly like the Inhumans TV series. So I personally expect Daredevil and the game to come to Disney Plus eventually, but what's the holdup? I can think of a few possibilities. Number 1. When Marvel signed a deal with Netflix to make the shows, Netflix includes some kind of non-complete clause which said if they were pulled, the series can air on the other streaming services for a specific period of time. 2. Disney could bring all 5 series to Disney Plus in March 1st if it wanted to, but it's more concretely more on original Marvel content and can't be bothered to deal with stuff that was co-created with other companies. And before we continue, I am going to actually change my background because we've been on this one for a little bit. So let's have this background instead. It's still purple, but I think this one, personally, I feel like looks a little bit nicer. So how about we have this one? Okay, so let's see. Number 3, Disney could bring all 6 series to Disney. Okay, I went over that one. No, I didn't. Disney could bring all 6 series to Disney Plus in March, but it's going to keep them unavailable for a while to drive excitement for when they're eventually released. Number 4, the shows are actually in a weird legal situation between Disney and Netflix, where Disney can't prevent Netflix from airing them, but Netflix doesn't have to give them to Disney, and the two companies are arguing about the price for their release. To be clear, this is all completely baseless speculation. Other than that, Disney has confirmed to us March will be early Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher, and Defenders Less. We'll just have to wait and see until they can be seen, I guess. Even the creator of this article and me, everyone's kind of confused. Like, what's the situation between Marvel and Disney Plus? I understand Marvel doesn't really want to focus so much, or Netflix doesn't want to focus so much on Marvel, but I wish, they could just give the series to Disney Plus as soon as possible, but looks like that's not the case, and we just have to wait and see what happens. But we have just reached an hour, so I am planning on having this be a little bit, I'm planning on being a little bit more, going a little bit over, so we'll just have to wait and see where we are at. So next, we do have topic point number 3, topic point number 7, which is George R.R. Martin's Wild Cards, an anthology series, is becoming a Marvel comic. So let's watch this. The Games of Thrones also edits a long-time running superhero book series, and now it's coming to the House of Ideas. George R.R. Martin is best known as the author of a Song of Ice and Fire book series, inspiration for Game of Thrones. But he's also edited alongside Melinda M. Snodgrass a trilogy series called Wild Cards from the epic fantasy of Westeros. Wild Cards is firmly in the superhero genre, and it will now be joining one of the biggest superhero universes of all. Marvel announced on Friday that it will be publishing a comic adaptation of the first Wild Cards novel this summer, spanning more than 25 novels, 20 short stories, and written by more than 40 authors over 3 decades. Wild Cards is about an alternate Earth that is home. Where is it? That is home. Where were we? Wild Cards is about an alternate Earth that is home to superpowered individuals. That comes from the alien wildcard virus, which affects humans and either kills them. This is called drawing the Black Queen, turns them into mutated monsters, jokers, or gives them superpowers, aces. As many fans already know, the Wild Cards world holds a special place in my heart. So to have the privilege of announcing that an industry tie-in like Marvel is going to produce the narrative from the beginning as a comic book brings me to no end of joy. Martin said in a statement. The Marvel comic limited series Wild Cards drawing of the cards will be done by the writer Paul Cornell and the artist Mike Arthron. According to Marvel's announcement, it should serve as both an entry point for the newcomers and a reimagining for longtime fans. Wild Cards is still a unique take on the superheroes, a certain story that influenced everything since, but still maintains its power. Cornell said in the announcement, "It's an honor and a pleasure to bring all these wonderful stories to their natural home at Marvel." I hope to give George, Melinda, and the rest of the Wild Card Collective the credit they deserve for making the superhero myth new again. Plus, just look at that art. That's not even the only Martin news for the day. He also announced the end of the filming of season 1, House of the Dragon, HBO Max upcoming Game of Thrones spin-off. Wild Cards, the drawing of the cards number 1 of 4, hits stores on June 1st. Check out the cover by Steve Morris above, which I do not have, sadly, so we will not be going over that. So let me know what you guys think of that announcement. And now we are going to be going on to topic point number 8 out of 10. So after this, we would have 2 more. We have Endgame is the final Avengers movie, says Marvel boss. So let's get into this news. Okay, here we go. Perfect. But what does that mean for the future of the MCU? The Marvel Cinematic Universe may have already seen its last Avengers movie. During the most recent episode of Marvel Studios Assembled, which is a behind-the-scenes look at every single Marvel Studios movie and TV show, Marvel boss Kevin Feige explained that the Avengers Endgame is the final Avengers movie. Marvel Studios and the Marvel Cinematic Universe is now past their 10th anniversary, he explained. And with the release of the final Avengers movie, we finally completed a 22-movie Infinity Saga. Of course, the Avengers were in great shape when we last saw them. By the end of Endgame, we lost both. Hey, well, it's been way over 3 months. No, sorry. My rule is I can talk. Whoa, I don't like that. My own personal rule is I could talk about spoilers of a movie after it leaves the movie theaters. And Avengers Endgame has obviously left the movie theaters, so I'm able to talk about it. I'm not sure about Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man still might be in theaters, so I'm not going to talk about Spider-Man, don't worry. But I will talk about or I can talk about Endgame because it is obviously out of movie theaters. We lost both Iron Man and Black Widow while the Hulk was severely injured in an attempt to undo Thanos' snap. Even Captain America has left his old life as superhero behind. While the unsnapping did bring some Marvel favorites such as Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, it's left the team feeling leaderless and without its heavy hitters. Does that mean the Avengers are done? Not likely. Instead, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Doctor Strange step up onto the step up to lead the ragtag band of Avengers in the wake of the team losses. After all, the upcoming Marvel movie Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness does seem to connect to a lot of different Marvel properties, and the former Sorcerer Supreme could well end up rallying the troops. Whether or not they stand together as the Avengers, it's another matter entirely. After all, the comic book versions of our favorite superheroes often ship alliances across several superhero teams. Not to mention, Marvel may choose to focus on team-ups across solo films rather than big event movies such as The Avengers. Avengers Infinity War was a culmination of the Infinity Saga, which began back in 2008 with Iron Man, bringing together every superhero across the MCU to take on Thanos and his forces. It was the climatic epic battle we all hoped for, and it brought us many fan-pleasing moments. What's next for the MCU? We'll have to wait and see. But the upcoming Doctor Strange sequel about to tear open the multiverse, the possibilities are almost endless. So, I do want to talk about this though, because there is just something that so basically what this is saying is this isn't confirming that there won't be any more shows with the characters together. It just means there won't be really any more Avengers. So, there could be a show with, Kate Bishop, or not show, there could be a movie with Kate Bishop and Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and Hawkeye and Shang-Chi, all these characters, the Eternals. There could be a movie with all of them. It just won't be an Avengers film, if that makes sense. So, so we may not have so we might not have, what they call themselves as the Avengers, but we will have, might have some sort of Avengers movie. And sorry, I might sound a little bit distracted. I just had to do something really quickly, but I'm back now, so I will not be distracted. So let's go on to topic point number 9 out of 10. Only one more after this, and that is Obi-Wan Kenobi will debut May 25th on Disney+. So, Ewan McGregor returns as the Jedi Master in the epic limited series. One of the greatest Jedis ever is back for a new mission. Obi-Wan Kenobi, the new limited series for Lucasfilm, will debut May 25th exclusively on Disney+. The series stars Ewan McGregor, reprising his role as the iconic Jedi Master. You can get a first look at the striking Obi-Wan Kenobi teaser posted below, featuring the clear hero traversing as barren desert. The story begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, in which Obi-Wan Kenobi faced his greatest defeat, the downfall of the corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice. Anakin Skywalker turned to the dark side and became the evil Sith Lord. Darth Vader of the series also marks the return of Hayden Christensen in the role of Darth Vader. Joining the cast are Moses Ingram, Joel Edgerton, Bonnie Pices, Kumal I don't know any of these names. Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to produce, and you guys can read the rest. But basically, that's the plot, and they're just kind of talking about the characters and who it's produced by. So here is the concept art for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Right there, you can see it. Original series, May 25th, only on Disney Plus. So now let's go over topic point number 10. Topic point number 10. Star Wars unpacks the galaxy's Disney era timeline in new visual guide. Set for November 2022 release, Star Wars timelines will stretch from the oldest to the latest eras and events of the canon universe. A new visual guidebook allows Star Wars fans to trace the full history of the galaxy far, far away, releasing November in Star Wars Timelines, published by DK and written by Kristen Baver, Harrison Fry, Corey Horton, Amy Richow, and Clayton Sandell. According to StarWars.com, the book promises to explore key moments in the Star Wars universe, stretching from the time before the High Republic era to the end of the sequel trilogy in Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. Horton spoke on what it has been like to put the entire timeline in order. The painstaking process for researching and writing Star Wars timelines has been unlike any other book I've written. Horton said, with so many stories told over the decades and through many mediums, these storylines are an ideal way to illustrate the connected epic nature of Star Wars storytelling. Timeline promises to capture the events of series, novels, comic books, and games. The cover features many moments from the Disney-led era of Star Wars and the original films, showing the comic Star Wars: The High Republic #1, Grogu and Boba Fett from The Mandalorian, Rey and Kylo Ren from the sequel trilogy, and more. However, the article raises questions about whether or not the now decanized history of Star Wars will be explored in any capacity. After Disney acquired Lucasfilm and took over the franchise, many projects ranging from books to video games were declared to no longer be canon and become a part of the Legends line stories once set within the universe. The article mentions that timelines will explore multiple brand new timelines, though, so whenever fan favorites like Darth Raven from the Old Republic and Starkiller from the Force Unleashed may be mentioned as a part of the alternative timeline remains to be seen. However, Baber has discussed how putting the entire timeline felt for the creators involved. I first gained a real appreciation for the way events across all kinds of Star Wars storytelling intertwine when I was writing Star Wars: A Family of War in 2020, but that was just scratching the surface compared to this project. Baker said it was a thrill to be working with such an accomplished crew of writers to take on this behemoth-sized job, and it has opened my eyes to so many of these stories come alive and give the galactic the expansive lived-in feel. Star Wars Timelines is currently available for pre-order, priced around $50, and expected to release November 20th, 2022. So make sure to check out Star Wars Timelines. And that will be it for the live stream today. We just clocked in at an hour and 15 minutes, right where I wanted to go. We only went 15 minutes over the set time, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I will be back next weekend, next Saturday at noon to go over anything you guys want to go over. Again, there is no set plan. I really cannot tell you what we're doing because I don't know what you're doing or what we're doing. It's whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want me to play a video game, we'll play a video game. If you guys want me to do counterparts, we'll do counterparts. Whatever you guys want to do next Saturday, that's what we'll do. Stay safe, stay awesome. Most importantly, stay yourself. See you guys later.